What up, y'all? I'm ROJAY.
And I'm Shy, and welcome to the RXS podcast.
The podcast where we provide inspiration, motivation, and information to the music community.
Yes.
Hey, I'm pretty sweet.
Yes. So what are we talking about today, baby?
Well, last week we had to cut it short because it was so long. I told y'all it was long. So today we're going to give y'all part 2. I know it was heavy, but it's going to get heavier. So y'all got to be ready for the smoke.
All right, guys.
All right, let's go. When we mature as men, God takes us in different directions. So the 15-year-old Demetrius is not the 30-year-old Demetrius. And his 15-year-old brothers that are now 30, 31, 34 have to accept that. Just like we want our brothers to accept us. Like,
that's all I wanted for my brothers to do.
Yes, sir.
For me.
Yes, sir.
And I feel like when they finally started realizing that, they started saying, and it wasn't just because I played quartet, because I think I've done quartet longer than any of y'all.
Yeah.
And if a lot of people know that I've played for quite a few quartet gospel artists professionally on the road.
Yeah.
But I built my name through that. And because of me building my name through that, I was able to get recognition in other genres. Because not never in one day did I ever think going to California to the NAMM show. And Walter Barnes is a guy that I just
Shout out
looked
to Walter
up
Barnes.
to for years. And he's like, yo, you that kid that be playing quartet all the time, but you be killing. Man, no, just walk with me, man. I'm talking about we like Stevie Wonder walking around.
Yeah.
Earth, Wind, and Fire guys in there. Guys, Aaron speak. I'm like, yo, you talking to these guys and I'm standing.
Yeah.
So don't never feel stuck that you're stuck in one spot, but don't get comfortable in that spot, if that makes sense. In other words, you may play quartet all the time.
Talk to them.
But there is room for you to grow and play something else besides quartet. And you just haven't been able to touch that yet.
Yeah.
And I had the opportunity to touch that in so many different levels. I've played jazz, I've played blues, I played Southern soul, I've played country,
Yeah.
I've played pop, beach music, you name it. And honestly, I'm gonna be real. I made more money playing them other genres than playing quartet.
We don't even have to talk about that.
No, I'm not.
Anybody who play quartet knows that is a fact.
Yeah.
But I want to go back. I want to go back because the flip side to what you're saying, though, that comes to my mind is, what if this is just a thought? What if Chris decides, okay, I'm good at other genres as a bass player. As a producer, my primary genre is quartet. I produce quartet music. I mix and master quartet music. What if Chris decides, I don't care how people feel about that.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
I'm going to give it all I got, and I'm going to get better every day that I turn my computer on. And then one day, the Quartet of the Year Grammy Award goes to, the Producer of the Year goes to. When we as brothers give him the space to really be who he's called to be, he'll come around to get everything we see that he deserves. But it won't be the way we think he should get it.
That don't necessarily mean because they my brothers that I got to bring them with it. Sometimes it's fine for them to just sit back and watch.
And celebrate.
Yeah.
You don't, because all of the homies can't go into every space.
Yeah.
sometimes, like Chris will do it now. Chris will say, how does this mix sound? What do you think about this? I don't have to play on every record. I don't have to co-produce nothing he's working on to support him. If he asks me for my feedback, I give it to him. I look online. I see the promotions for the singles and stuff, and I'm like, I don't say nothing because, you don't just want to go up there. So, like, I see the single that's being promoted now. I ain't going to say who. But I see the single, and I remember you like, okay, listen to this mix. Tell me what you think. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
It's on. They promoting it now?
Yeah, they promoting it now.
Oh, okay.
So then it happens to us all the time. So then I see the promotion, and I'm like, I know how popular this girl is.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to what I'm saying. Chris mixes a record. The record sounds great. The girl he mixed the record for, she's a quartet artist, but she's not just a quartet artist. And it's way more than just quartet people listening to her. If a person say, I like this mix, listen to what I'm saying. If a person say, yo, I really like this mix, who mixed it? Christopher Stephenson. They look him up, they call him. Next thing you know,
I done tapped into something else besides quartet.
but it ain't the way I think he should do it. Because it ain't my place to tell him how to get to it. Because I don't know what him and God talk about. I don't know what God has in store for him. I don't know God's plans for his life. I just know his abilities. I know some of his characteristics. I know some of his mannerisms, but I don't know all of him. So I don't have the room, the right, or enough context to say what he should be doing.
Right. So, with that being said, I had to get to a point, like he said, where I did not care. And I had to pick and choose what to care about and what not to care about. Break it down. Who opinion to care about and who opinion not to care about.
Based on the intent and the heart behind their opinions.
Mm-hmm.
Because some people have opinions and they don't have the right spirit with their opinions,
right.
man.
Right.
Like,
the spirit could be jealous, because that do exist. If y'all don't know that there is a spirit and his name is jealousy, and it happens quite a bit every day. There's probably someone that's going to be looking at this podcast right now and they're going to be jealous of me and Jamal because we're doing this. But guess what? We don't care. So that's what I'm saying. Now I got the fire back in me. I feel like I want to preach, but I ain't going to preach on the day. But what I am saying is, you that are jealous better watch how you're jealous. Okay, break it down. If I know that my father is God, Jesus, I know that his father, I'm a parent. I'm going to protect my child. So if I hear somebody say something about my child out of context, I'm going to get them. I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you.
yeah.
If I'm a child of God and you're talking about me, or you're being jealous, or you're doing something that's going to be negative towards what I got going on, I used to sit back and worry.
And cry and stress. Why do they think this about me? I've never done any. Boy, have we done it, Chris.
They have done it.
God, I have been in my room in a ball, boy.
And I'm not going to sit here and say, God is my parent.
Yeah, that's good.
And if anybody bothers me, he going to do exactly what I would do for my daughter and my son.
Yeah.
And he's going to protect me, and he's going to also put that person in their place. Now, it's not up to me how he do it and when he do it.
But it's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
Because at the end of the day, you reap what you sow.
Hey.
And listen, in those situations where you're envious and jealous, God is going to check your character.
Yep.
So stuff going to start happening in your life that is going to be very unsettling.
And the blessings that you just interrupted the process to your blessing. Whether you know it or not, you just interrupted the process. In other words,
because now he got to teach you a lesson.
He got to teach you
in the midst of, okay, I was about to do this for you, but since you hating on your brother because he already doing it, now I got to work on your character. So now we got to wait 3 more years because I got to check you on that.
Yeah.
Because you can't go into your next season like that. So now I got to check you.
Then you in church on your knees crying, God,
What?
God, help me, God, I need it. God, I need you, Lord, I need you. But you ain't need him when you was talking about a person last week.
Yeah, man.
Watch how you put your mouth on
people, man.
You know what I mean?
That's out of pocket.
Yeah. Watch
And
how you do that.
I've learned my lesson because, like, Chris is a good. This conversation is very important because the main theme of this conversation happened with me and Chris a lot. I thought Chris should be doing things a certain way. I thought Chris should move a certain way. I thought Chris should sound a certain way. And when I thought about my own life and I realized that can't nobody tell me how to do what I do, it made me realize, and you can't tell nobody how to do what they do. You can't. If only God and your wife can speak to you about your future, only God and his wife can speak to him about his.
That's right.
Because they the ones that's rocking with him every day.
Yep.
I'm talking to him every 48 hours, every 72 hours, maybe 2 hours at the time.
Yep.
So I really can't do that. Now, let's set the stage for the proper way to get into those kind of conversations. If me and Chris are on the phone and he says, "Little bro, I'm considering taking this production thing to another level. I know I'm doing the quartet thing and I want to stick with that, but I want to do it at the highest level possible. Do you have any advice?" Now, he has opened the door for me to give him an opinion, and he's ready to receive it because he asked for it. So now I can say whatever I'm going to say.
An opinion is it does not mean beat that person down. It don't mean like, man, you just horrible, man. You no. That don't mean that. What can
talk about it, bro?
What can I do to help my brother to get to the next level? If I can't help him, it ain't no need of me even putting myself
in that situation.
You know what I mean?
And that's the thing. Like, when somebody is asking you for your feedback, they're
just that.
They're saying, I respect what you do, and I would like to hear from you based on your expertise, how I can do things better. So from a professional place, I say, whatever, whether it's work on the drum tone, or if you're producing, be mindful of the chord structure versus the background. Make sure they're singing the.
Here's the one that I got the most. If you're gonna send out tracks, like even if they're not the final tracks, at least make sure they're tight.
Yes, and I got that from T-Ray, because T-Ray went ham on me for sending out a terrible demo. So shout out for T-Ray McCombs.
Yeah.
And that's how you do it. I learned something from T-Ray. I heard Chris's songs, and it reminded me of what I used to do. Hey, bro.
I came a long ways from them cassette tapes that I used to record with the tape recorder in the room. Hey, y'all, put this in, man. Let's listen to this, man.
So listen, we all had that journey, like Greg with FL. Good God Almighty, the Lord has done.
I got tired of him.
That's me. That's me. No reason.
Listen, man, if I hear that one more time in another song.
Because what happened was I produced a song, some instrumental that Greg fell in love with. He fell in love with it, and that just became the thing. But I'm saying all that to say, we've seen each other come up from nothing. We were with each other when none of us really knew what we were doing. So that makes us feel entitled.
We didn't know each other at all, but we learned each other. It's like a love story. We ain't gay, but it's like a love story. It's like,
yeah. Yeah.
Like,
That's exactly what it's like. That's exactly what it's like.
I love that nigga.
Yes. So then we come. This is good. So here's the thing, Chris. Here's the crazy thing that you just touched on. When we have these opinions, it's out of love, but we don't communicate it properly. We don't say.
Boy, I used to want to slap Jamal clean through that phone. Boy, if I could put my fist through my iPhone, so they need to make an app where we can like put our fists virtually through the phone. And cause I got a couple people right now I want to slap, right? But I'm gonna comment now.
Yeah, so we do it from a place of love.
Yeah,
but we don't communicate in love.
yeah.
And I think that's one thing I had to learn with Chris. Y'all hearing his story, hearing the losses he has taken.
And as y'all can see, me and him had the most encounters.
Yes, we've had some from a lot.
Yeah.
All
But
kinds.
the crazy thing is, now we all brothers, but me and him spent the most me, him, and Tank
Spent the most time
spent
together.
the most time together because we was up underneath. I used to live with him. I
Yes,
used to live with
he
Tank.
lived in the house with me,
You know
and he
what I
lived with
mean?
Tank.
Yeah.
We spent a lot of time together, and the crazy thing is, as much time as we spent together, it is now, today. I am 31, he's 34. We just told y'all about our whole life. I've been knowing Chris since I was 12 years old, 13 years old. It is today, this day, whatever the date is, that I'm understanding that I didn't take the time to learn him fully before I communicated with him about very sensitive subjects.
Coming from me, it's acceptable because why? He was learning.
Yeah.
So
There's so many.
then I was upset. Now I can't be upset because I understand the fact that he was learning. Yeah. And look at the man that he done became today.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
To be honest, I should take credit for helping bring him up. And be a young man.
Listen.
We all take credit. He's younger than me, but he takes credit in helping building me up as a 34-year-old grown man.
Let me address that. You are 1,000%. My relationship with Chris is what made me man up. Okay, you dope. You can produce. You can play.
My attitude in my mouth was real slick.
Right. So I'm looking at the situation, and I started to play in my mind how you responded to situations. Yeah. And I took the music away. And I just said, from brother to brother, look at your brother's response to your words and understand him as a person and take the music away. That's when I started to say, I'm mishandling my relationship with my brothers because of my gifting.
Example, I would tell him, I would be quick to tell him and anybody else, man, you ain't playing. I don't care. Get up. Let's go outside. I done did this with everybody except for Demetri.
Yes, he has been ready to fight all of us before.
Tank,
this is true.
Tank is a grizzly.
A grizzly.
Okay? I am like a goat. But let me let you know something.
He has been ready to fight everybody except Demetrius. That's true.
And that's why I'm the GOAT.
And let me tell you, and the reason why, this is good. The reason why he's been about to fight everybody but Demetrius is because, listen to what I'm saying. This is good. Demetrius preaches now. Me, you, Tank, and Greg fully does music 4 entirely different ways. So those 4 different have had at it.
Yeah, they tested me.
Boy, we listen because we all think we know.
Tank, shut up. You say something else, I'm gonna punch you. I swear to God. Listen, say something else.
Because we all.
Trey, you just because you taking your shirt off, you think I'm scared of you? I'm not scared of you. Let's go.
They been about to square up a lot.
Let's go. Jamal, I think one time I about swung. Jamal swung on me, and I like, Boy,
Yo,
I like to call them, boy.
but we have had some crazy
Yeah.
times, but it's because we all thought we knew. We don't know what's best for each other.
and we raise one another. Ain't that crazy?
That's crazy. That's another thing. That's a thing. And I think that's what it is. Maybe it's entitlement. Maybe we feel entitled.
We need a HBO series or something like that. Netflix. I think Netflix should buy into us. If y'all think Netflix should buy into us, let me hear you say yeah.
Let me hear you say, yeah. Bird left this.
Hit that symbol on the ruler.
So, but yeah, this has been, doing this podcast was important to me because I wanted the people to know the most important part of the growth when it comes to brotherhood, when it comes to musicianship.
We went through all of that before being called professionals.
Yeah. Most of the stuff we went through, it was before. Yeah.
So by the time we got on the road as professionals,
We didn't even talk about that.
no.
Dang.
But by the time we got on the road as professionals, we was already what you call seasoned.
We were very seasoned.
Doc didn't have to do nothing but
Show us the Doc.
things
He just showed us the
his
Doc
way.
formula.
His way.
Yeah.
To this day, I work with Doc hand in hand. Like every day, me and him calling one another.
Yeah.
Because now, Doc is not just Doc. Like to y'all, he's Doc McKenzie.
To us, he's like,
To us,
we
I'm
could
like,
call him on the phone.
that's Pops, yo.
Yeah.
Like, hey, man, you all right? Robert Holland was the one that brought me, Tank, and Jason. Well, no. Robert and Jason was the one that's responsible for bringing me to the road.
Doc McKenzie in the highlights. Let's set the stage for people who don't know what we're talking about.
Okay.
We're talking about Doc McKenzie in the highlights, Lake City, South Carolina. Chris is now go from there.
Yeah, Doc, if y'all don't know, the song that be sung at everybody's funerals, I'll Be All Right, is Doc McKenzie in the highlights song. Do not, if anything happens, do not sing that song. Douglas, I know you love singing that song, but if you sing that song, I'm going to get up out my cast and I'm going to punch you, okay? Like, I want y'all to wire something to my arm so when he does it, I can swing out my casket and, like, just lay him out. Okay, don't sing that at my funeral. But Doc McKenzie highlights was another life change for us as well. And we're going to breeze through it for, because I know y'all been looking. And if y'all still listening to this, that's good. You know what I mean?
We appreciate y'all.
So we already done grown, we're seasoned.
How old are we?
I'm 18, Jamal is
16.
16. But he's a senior
In high school.
getting ready to be a senior in high school.
If I get better grades, I will graduate.
Yeah. So and that was enough. Listen, y'all. That was one thing that Tank did not play.
Yeah, he wanted to make sure the grades.
I mean, one of the reasons why I want to punch him
it's because of school.
Because he gonna tell me that he gonna take the key to my car that I done paid for, and he gonna tell me I can't drive. So me being me, so what'd you say? I can't go to rehearsal?
Sarcastic self.
Nah, you gonna ride me to rehearsal.
That's lame.
All right,
That is
bro.
very lame.
All right, bro. All right. So when you have disagreements, you agree to disagree. You know what I mean? But we already done went through all of this. We come up doing the thing with Doc. And we're already seasoned. Now we done already remind you, we done gained the respect from the people in North Carolina,
In our local area.
South Carolina, Virginia, all of that, some parts of Georgia. But we ain't gained respect. Now first of all, we ain't go, I'm finna step on some toes. You need to put a foot stomp under that when I
Just got it.
Yeah.
Put a foot stomp on there.
So when we go on the road, we ain't cocky.
At all. That is a good point.
Some of y'all is real cocky. Hey, can you zoom in on me?
Yeah, she goes zoom in and post.
Some of y'all are do you notice a difference between cocky and confident? I don't think y'all realize you're not confident. You're cocky.
And I'm gonna explain the difference between confidence and cockiness. Cockiness is an extreme measure of belief in yourself. Confident is
Tell me to plug up in the direct box.
plug up, man.
I got it. I know what I'm doing. I got you. Yeah. Man, yo,
Yeah, you need to use this.
I got it.
And then they come up with some raggedy bots that hum. Hey, but listen, let me get back to it. This real life.
That happened.
Yes.
Some of y'all do that.
But listen, let me get back. Cockiness is an extreme belief, like an astronomical, unrealistic, extreme belief in oneself. Confidence is the belief in the one who gave the gift. There's a difference. When you hung up on what you're capable of to the point where it's extreme, that's cocky. When you are grateful for the one who gave it to you, that's confidence. That is, this ability has been given to me by God. Only He can give it. Only He can take it. Anything that I play, anything that I sing comes from Him through me. Therefore, I am confident.
Sometimes I'll be like, he must thought he got this on his own. You must thought you. So you, and now I'm finna step on some more toes. and this toe I'm finna step on, I don't even care. One of them is my best friends because he say this all the time. Stop picking on keyboard players because they transpose. If they get the job done.
That is a whole.
If they get the job done, okay. I mean,
that's a whole nother. I don't even know.
I'll keep opening up.
We just go. Who cares? This is the first 3-hour podcast.
Y'all better pay attention to. I won't offer cash app offering. We want them.
So listen. The insecurity.
It is definitely insecure. I get hot when I
So
start thinking
listen.
about it.
Let me tell you something. When I realized that the gospel community. Now I don't know about other genres, but I know keyboard players and organists in the gospel community do not think you are worthy of any opportunity if you transpose. You are less than, you are not equal to, you are unworthy of any opportunity, and until you go home and learn all 12 fluently, you shouldn't be out here talking about you play nothing.
Doc, shut up. Where the button at? Who you playing for? That's going to be my response. Shut up.
Yo. And let me tell you, that made me extremely insecure. It made me extremely depressed. It made me think less of my abilities as a musician and a producer. And then let me tell you what happened. I went on the journey of really focusing on music production. And I found this guy that I really, really loved named Harmony Samuels. So I'm watching videos of Harmony Samuels. And I'm watching this video where he's in the studio with Jordan Sparks working on a record called The Way.
Don't tell me Harmony with transpose.
He's working on a song called The Way that ends up being one of Ariana Grande's biggest single. He cuts on the song and forgets to hit the button and starts playing in the wrong key. And then hits the button up like 2 and then begins the track.
And becomes a hit.
I'm watching Pharrell Williams and I'm like, if I'm not mistaken, Pharrell is only playing in E flat. I'm going somewhere. I'm looking at Dark Child. I'm like, Dark Child really only playing in C and C sharp. Now, these are multi-millionaire producers.
Dope producers.
Versus the musicians that play at the Kojic Church. No knock to them.
Stepping on their toes. Yes,
no knock to them.
Stepping on toes.
Because I'm extremely respectful of that road, that level of musicianship, those people.
Let me step in and correct this for my little brother real quick. Cause for y'all start, before you even start, cause you're going to have to talk to me. What he really saying, the toes that he's stepping on ain't the ones that's like that can actually do it, and they not cocky. He's stepping on the one that's cocky. And I'm saying that to say this, because I have now, this going to be his first time hearing this. It has been plenty of times where his name has came up in a situation and they have said something about him transposing. And I would take up for him.
Yeah.
No, I take that back. I didn't take up for him. I gave them facts about him that I know, because it does not matter if he's transposing. I don't care if he transposed from C all the way up to B. I don't care. Can he get the job done?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you go and you work in any kind of corporate job, any job, period, first thing that they want to know is, can you get the job done?
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? People get so tied up in this right here. Oh, what's your abilities? Can you play in all your keys? Can you? Yeah. Is the button up there?
I can play every single
I
one.
can play every single one on. If you long as that button up there,
Yeah.
I play it. And I lost out one. No, I didn't lose out. I had an opportunity to go play keys overseas, but before I was able to go play that gig, I had to learn all my keys.
Mm-hmm.
And at this time, I'm not a keyboard player. I'm a bass player. But they like the feel that I gave,
feel.
the old school feel I gave, so they wanted me to play. But they said, well, one of the things that you have to do is play in all your keys. Okay, so they ain't gonna have no keyboard over there? Yeah. Okay, I can play in all my keys. Well, no, I need you to play this right here on the piano. So is this piano gonna be over there? No, but okay, so what are you saying? I could play, and now I just learned this a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
And as a producer, as a musician, this may be valuable information for y'all.
2, 3.
Yeah. Easy to love in the morning. Love it when I see you yawning. Easy don't hurt so bad. Easy don't make you sad. Easy like Sunday, fun day, one way, no play. Girl singing okay. Gotta love it my way. That's all I got though.
God!
Cause y'all, you know I'm a rapper now. You know I'm a rapper now.
No, Shy, you have just met.
Shy.
She loved to rap and ain't had nobody around her that like rapping.
Yo.
I know she just messed you up.
Yo, I got tears in my eyes. Oh. Yeah. Easy to love in the morning.
Hey.
Love it when I see you yawning.
Hey.
Easy don't hurt so bad. Easy don't make you sad.
Hey.
Easy like Sunday, fun day, one way, no play. Girl singing okay.
Oh!
Bro. Yo, I'm floored.
Yo, we ain't never heard Jada in our life.
Ever. I'm floored.
I was watching a guitar player. I was on YouTube just looking at different guitar players. And I was like, this one dude, man, he was killing. And I'm like, man, every time he hit that, how is he getting that twang, that down? I mean, how is he getting it?
That tuning down?
He toned his guitar down to E flat.
Yep.
The standard is E. I tuned my bass down to A. The standard is B.
Talk, Chris.
So now, y'all ain't talking about me because I tuned my bass down.
That's a good point. Or country guitarists using capos.
And country guitar. But the only reason why we're doing it is because it's giving a certain tone or it does change the feel.
Yeah, because it gives you the ability to play open.
So
but it's all transposing, right?
It's all transposing. I played organs before that transpose.
Yeah.
And it don't feel right when you transpose it down to like B.
It feels weird. It sounds a little weird.
It feels
too.
weird and sounds weird. But some records do require for it to be that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you're playing a regular keyboard and you're what's it, 76? 88?
It's 88.
88. Okay, 88. I'm looking at it. The first key on the 88 key is an A.
Yeah.
Now.
Exactly right.
What if the track requires for it to be a lower A than that? What are you going to do?
Which that happens sometimes.
So what happens?
You transpose it.
So why are they going to say, Doc, you got to...
I'm looking at, I look at producers all the time who start a song in E and then drop it down. Like in the computer, they'll start, I watch a producer now named Oh Gosh, the homie Oh Gosh. I love that guy. He'll be like, boom, boom, boom. And then he'll play it in one key, and then he'll be like, I think it should go to another key, just simply because he's thinking about the rest of the production and he transposes it
the
down.
whole track.
Song down. So at the end of the day, let's deal with the real elephant in the room that the conversation of transposing comes from. So I'm gonna deal with it. If you are a pianist or organist who has an opportunity, a job, or a livelihood where playing in all your keys fluently is a requirement, it's a requirement. If you are a musician that takes pride in being a person that plays in all your keys, I celebrate it and I salute it and I respect it.
Good job.
Now,
that's what you gonna get from me.
Yes, but don't take the weight of that you feel is the metric of success as a musician and throw it on somebody else. Because again, their journey as a musician, their career path is not yours. So to tell somebody that they're not worthy of anything based on what you say the metric of success is as a musician, it is out of pocket to do that. Whether it's a capo, whether it's transposing, whether it's a singer that don't got high range, Tony Braxton is a Grammy Award winning singer that don't sing but 4 notes. Imagine singers putting up posts. Yo, man, Tony Braxton don't deserve them Grammys because she a tenor. All singers should at least be able to go up to a high C. What you sound like. And then here's the real thing. Most of you people are critiquing people and you really at the house.
If you're a real musician or singer, I got one question. And maybe you can.
Yeah, I might can.
Who determines whether it's right or wrong?
Right. That is the point. That's y'all, we out here as human beings, we are out of pocket out here because we out here judging, critiquing, and having opinions about stuff when we need to be on our own life. We need to be talking to our own selves, getting our finances together, getting our careers together, taking care of our children.
That really stuff that we're talking about musically can kind of seep over into your actual
It's life. Because I know people right now. I know people right now who, as whole men, should not have an opinion about another man. Period.
I might ask them, you ever had your lips split before?
And so what I've started to do is the same thing Chris has decided to do. I don't care.
I ignore it.
I can't afford to care. Why can't you afford to care? Because I have a daughter and a wife that depend on me to maximize my gifts and abilities to provide for them on a daily basis.
If I'm worrying about what a person is saying about me and their opinion about me, and I got a deadline to have a project out,
Talk.
but I'm sitting here feeding into the phone calls that's coming into me,
Guilty.
the text messages that's coming into me,
Guilty.
the inboxes and all of that. And then after I have that conversation, there's another phone call or message that come through. And now I done wasted about 30 minutes to an hour on 2 phone calls with 2 different people. And I still got a deadline.
Mind you, the client has already hired you.
And paid.
Which means whatever you are doing is good enough to be hired by a person that is paying you. Therefore, the person that is not paying you
Ain't paid a dime, doc.
should not have power.
But you know what? When we do stuff like that, guess who gives them the power?
We do. We do. We give them the power. We give them the power. We become insecure. We get depressed. We start questioning our own abilities. Maybe they are right. Maybe I should spend more time doing this. Maybe I should have did that. Maybe I'm not good enough. And then you end up dormant. You end up not walking in your gift, not walking in your calling, not sharpening your craft because they done got in your head.
I got 2 kids. I had a phone call one day. Somebody told me, man, you got the 2 kids that I be seeing you on Facebook with, but then you got another one in Alabama. Then you got one in Florida. It came out that they were saying I had about 8 kids. And the whole time I'm trying to figure out, why would this person say that about me?
Oh, you knew who the person was?
Yeah.
Wow.
They was telling me. So then I'm trying to get in touch with this person. And the whole time I got work to be done, but I done took a pause on my job. And I'm putting my job in jeopardy. And my job is what's taking care of my kids. Yeah. It's what's feeding my children. And the person that's running their mouth is not feeding my kids.
Talk.
They're not clothing my kids. Matter of fact, they're not doing anything for my kids. Or me. But talking junk about me.
That's the only thing that they are doing concerning me is talking about me. Bro.
Y'all better check y'all friends, man.
Oh. Because they probably really ain't friends.
Yeah. You better check them. I put up a post yesterday before I deactivated my page that I don't have any friends. I got family. And what I mean by that, I got family. I'm not going to call you my bro if you really not my bro. I'm not going to call you my sis if you really not my sis. And there's no real friendship nowadays. So I can't call you my friend. If I know that you done been running your mouth about me and I see the proof through a text message that you done sent somebody else and I'm standing right beside that person, when I get to the gig and you speak to me and I don't speak back, don't go running your mouth again about me saying, oh, he acting funny. No, man, you the one acting funny because you running your mouth about me. And I know. So what happens, because this happened before. Hey, what's up, bro? What's up, man? What's going on, man? Hey, what's up, Chris? My hand in my pockets.
Yeah.
I don't say a word. He pulled me to the side. Hey, bro, we good? What's up? I'm good. What's up, though? are we good? I don't know about you. Are you good? Yeah, I'm good. I'm straight. Well, man, I spoke to you and I spoke to everybody and I spoke to you. You ain't say nothing. Yeah. So let me pull you to the side so that we can have a conversation real quick away from everybody because I'm not about to give you an audience. So my thing was when I took that person to the side, granted, normally when stuff like that go, they don't automatically mean we got to fight. That just mean we need to have
a real conversation.
But we need to have that conversation right now. Like, it ain't going to be over the phone, well, I got you in my face. Let's have that conversation now. And so, hey, man, look, I know we cool, but, yo, you was in my old lady inbox, bro, and I know you was doing this or you said this about me, and I seen it through a text message, and I can't rock with you because you do that.
Yes, Lord.
But now I'm going to give you the opportunity to make it right and apologize. But when you apologize, I want you to know, don't let this happen again.
Yeah, man.
Because if it happened again, then I'm on you. You get what I'm saying? So the thing is, I ain't. Save it. I done seen it.
Yo.
Do I need it? Now, I got the screenshot in my phone with your now that is your number right there. Yeah, that's my number. Okay, so you ain't say that right now.
Hey.
And that's real.
It is real. It has happened to us multiple times. But let me tell you something that I've learned, and I talked about this on the live with my wife not too long ago. Let's go deeper. When a person does that, let's talk music. If I'm insecure about my gift and I have a desire to be a certain place, or I've gotten to an age where I'm older than I thought I supposed to be as it relates to what I thought I should have accomplished right now. I should have been a multi-platinum producer at 25, and now I'm 31. If I see
What make you say that real quick? Just real quick.
No, I'm just using an example.
Okay.
So it's an example. Now, say for instance, Chris at 26. Let's say he was younger than me at 26. He wins a Grammy. Automatically, there's two things I can do as a man. I can celebrate my brother, or it can remind me of what I feel like I failed at in life. And
that's where the creativity of negativity.
That's where it comes from. So guess what happens? I talk to a person. Hey, man, I was thinking about working with Chris. Man, don't work with him. Don't work with him, man, because he do this, and he charge this, and he do this.
And he got that Grammy, but man,
he really, if you really knew the truth about him, I mean.
He don't deserve it, man. So what you saying? You deserve it? What you got?
What if you...
That go back to you interrupting your blessing.
Your blessing! Exactly. Because this whole time, every day Chris has been working on his craft. You've been around moping and not grinding.
Yeah.
You've been in a place where you hate your life so much that you spend your time talking about other people because you're insecure.
And that's the time you really should be putting into yourself to build yourself up to get
to be able to deserve it.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
And you don't go with the mindset of trying to be where that person was. You go and be your own person and lane and road. First of all, if I'm going on 95 and 301 goes in the same direction, okay? Now, for some of y'all that don't know, I drive trucks, so I know these highways like the back of my hand. 95 and 301 runs parallel from north to south with each other.
I'm going to let you talk.
So here's the thing.
I know what you're about to say.
So here's the thing. There'll be some points on 90. I will take 95 from home, get on 95 in Roanoke Rapids, and I run it all the way up. Traffic be good all the way up until I get around D.C. area. Sometimes I can look over across the bridge and see that 301 is clear. Here I go, take the exit, get over on 301. Soon as I get over on 301, everything starts coming to a stop. Now, because of me not staying steady on my road and getting on somebody else's road, you know, I think I need to be a preacher because y'all ain't understanding me.
Do y'all hear what he's saying? Listen to me. The crazy thing is, let me tell you the biggest thing that I thought about when you said that. The biggest thing that I think about when it comes to 95 and 301 is speed.
Yep. Speed changes.
Same direction, but I can go 70 on 95. I got to go 55 on, but let me tell you the problem.
Until you get to AM City and that boy slow down.
But let me tell you the problem that we have. He going 70, I want to go 70. So prematurely, we trying to be on 95. When God will take us there on 301, you got to go 55 because of how you think. You got to go 55 because of your skill level in this season of your life, but I'll still take you there. Nah, I want to move fast. So then what happens is when God doesn't allow you to move fast, you envy the person who he gifted to go fast. And because you are not happy with yourself, you tear your brother down. That is out of pocket. That's so far out of pocket that you don't deserve the blessing. You have just positioned yourself to show everybody around you and God that you are not built for more than you have.
You ain't ready. You just ain't ready.
You just proved it.
You just ain't ready.
You just proved that you are not ready.
I first moved to Florida. I started driving jet skis, okay? Now, remind you, I've been on boats and all that all my life, but I never been on a jet ski. And because of, I'm thinking, okay, well, the jet ski kind of maneuvers the same way as a boat. The boat has a steering wheel. Jet skis has a handlebar. I had a friend, that I was real close to. His name was Harrison.
Shout out to Harrison.
Harrison was a beast on the jet ski. First time we get out there in the water, he gets out there and he guns it. He guns it. I'm talking about like, he gone. Oh, man, I want to go fast like Harrison.
Yeah.
But I know now, if you don't know how a jet ski works, in order to go across the wave smooth, you have to pick up speed, let it sit up, get up on top of the water, sit on top of the water, and it glides across the water.
And this is something you need to know.
Yeah.
If you're gonna try to do that.
So but if I'm going slow, I'm just sitting here, I'm hitting every wave. So if I'm hitting if me and Harrison side by side, if me and Jamal side by side on jet ski to jet ski, and we're both rocking, and we're side by side, then all of a sudden, I decide to take off, and he's still behind. I already know how to drive the jet ski.
Talk.
So I'm already on my path and going in the direction that God got set for me to go. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So
man.
I can't sit here and expect Jamal, hey man, come on, man. I did at the pool. When Pooh first moved to Florida, I did. Man, AJ too, my brother-in-law. Man, come on, man. Come on, what you doing, man? But they weren't comfortable. They weren't ready for it. If you ain't ready for it, don't put yourself in that position. And you work to your pace.
Yes, Lord.
When you work at your pace, I promise you, you're working at your pace for a reason. Yes. It's not for you. Now, I got them out there on them jet skis for them to get a taste of what's going on. But I didn't get them out there expecting them to do the same thing that I'm doing at the same rate and speed that I'm doing it at. So therefore, with something like that, I have to let them do it on their own and feel for themselves, because only them know what's safe for them.
Yes.
I don't know what's safe for them.
And they have to be in a place to accept. Man, Chris been here for a year now. He been riding jet skis every other day for the past year.
Yeah.
And he brought us out here for the first time.
Yeah.
So I ain't about to be able to do what he know how to do.
And they told me that.
But listen, in life, when it comes to our careers, we don't like to accept that, bro.
No. You got a lot of people that, man, I'm with, because all you see is what we're doing. So all you saying to yourself, man, I want to do what they doing. I want to do that, man. But you ain't even put in half the work. So now you think, after we done put in this work from the ages of 13 and on up,
all the way to 31 and 34.
And you just started playing, and now you all of a sudden just want to jump to where we're at, on the level that we're at.
That's not how it works.
That's kind of, I ain't gonna say it's
because
impossible.
you mess it. It's not impossible if you are a ridiculous savant.
Yeah.
But it is unrealistic to expect it.
Yeah.
It is unrealistic to think that you should go from 1 to 10 overnight. And when you are a 1, the fastest way to get to 1 is to become, the fastest way to get from 10 to 1 is to be comfortable with 1.
Do it in your own comfort
And
zone.
then when you maximize 1, you go to 2. Then when you maximize 2, you go to 3.
Now, if you're good enough, you might skip 3.
You might, if you going crazy, God may say, okay, you built to skip 3 and you gonna go from 2 to 4. It happens, but God does that. You put in the work. God sees your growth, and He does the elevating.
But don't you mess it up focusing on what somebody else doing.
That is the crippling part. Yeah. You admire it, you acknowledge it, you celebrate it, you take notes from it. But envying it will make your process take longer.
So you better get with the program, y'all. Y'all, listen, be very careful on how you talk about people.
Yeah, man.
Because you're ruining your opportunities. You're putting the opportunities that God has for you in the atmosphere and all of that, you are ruining that opportunity. If if you see me on stage and I'm playing and I'm killing everybody, man, he killing, and you come and walk up beside Adam Blackstone, and you don't know who Adam Blackstone is, and you be like, man, he doing all right. You know what I mean? He ain't. You think Adam Blackstone gonna put you on a gig?
You don't even know. You don't know who Adam is. And Adam is a person who, and let's talk about that. I see people that get up, they get caught up in the glitz and the glamour of what a situation looked like. But then you have people like us who will study Adam. But we won't just study the bass player Adam. We study the entrepreneur Adam. And we go, hold on. He turned being a music director into a
Life,
business,
a career.
He hires other musicians. He hires other arrangers. He's featured. They say his name when they promote the award shows. What? And we just want to be seen blazing on bass.
Go clean the Mississippi for $125.
Yo, it's crazy. And then here's the thing. Then this happens. When we decide for our lives that don't make sense no more, now we acting funny. Oh, Jesus. We are not funny acting. We have figured out what we have talked to God, and we have talked to our wives, and we have figured out the cheat code to maximizing our gift. If that means we separate from the pack, that's what it is.
Whenever y'all get a chance, just send an email to Netflix. This need to really be like see, cause we giving y'all some good information. I mean, this is really really good information.
Yes, and it's stuff that we lived. It's stuff that we learned. It's stuff that we bumped our heads on. It's stuff that we stomped our toe on. Like, we talking to y'all about real life stuff. We have had at it with each other.
And it's just two of us. Y'all ain't even heard
the other stories.
Terrell side.
It's a lot of stories.
You ain't heard none of these.
It's a lot. I'm going to get them all on, and then I'm going to get everybody on with me, and then I'm going to try to cross my fingers to get everybody in one room. That's the real thing I want to do. Because we got a lot of musicians that are extremely dope, but I think at the age that we are now, it would be dope if we communicated to the music community the journey, so that people can understand that there's a certain mind that comes with success that just ability can't take you.
Nope. And you have to set it up.
Yes.
It's just like when you create an email, or you create a Facebook account, or an Instagram account, or a TikTok account. You got to hit the button and create it.
Yeah.
So therefore, you got to create the mindset of what you want to do, how you want to do it, when you want to do it, how far you want to go. All these are questions that you should
ask yourself
and take the time and write it out.
Yes.
But in the midst of that, you don't go and just start hating on somebody. What makes you a professional? That's one of the questions that should really be in your list.
Yes. What makes people worthy of being called for tours? What certifies people to be producers?
Those questions. Not, man, how he get that call? Why they call him? Man, why you ain't call me? I just did a live recording not too long ago, and I knew that people cause it was coming back to me. Man, they telling me, man, they trying to figure out why we called you and they ain't called such and such. Well, because maybe God had it set for such to sit out in the audience and watch me and learn. Yeah, man. You know what I mean? If I'm sitting, it's been plenty of times I've sat in the audience or stood side stage and didn't even have to play. I just went to support or learn. Majority of the times I went to learn. You know what I mean? I've sat behind Ray Braswell Jr.
Goat.
I sat behind William Purvis.
Goat.
Pooh. I sat behind Jamal. Goat. And I've learned so much about recording just through them, watching them. You know what I mean? And it ain't necessarily, man, what you doing? Man, how you doing this? Man, it won't that. It's just I was
paying
learning.
attention.
But here's the thing. When you listen to how I mix and you listen to how the Ray and Pooh mix or Jamal mix, totally different.
It's totally different.
It's all about what the consumer wants.
Yes,
and
and here's let's talk. Now we have to talk about it. My mix is not wrong. Chris's mix is not wrong. Ray's mix is not wrong. Pooh's mix is not wrong. But you know what we do? Hey man, don't go over there. His mix got too much bass in it.
He ain't sweet.
He play keys, so the keys always loud.
I'm gonna say this.
He got the same sound.
I'm tired of y'all saying it. Man, all you gonna get from Brotherhood is horns and drums.
And you know what? You're daggone right. All you gonna get from Chick-fil-A is a McChicken sandwich and a spicy chicken and Polynesian sauce. You're daggone right. I'm sick. Whoa!
We step on some toes.
Let me calm down. Let me calm down. You know what? I have to address that directly. Because he taught every single one of the people who taught that mess. He taught them all.
Yeah.
He taught them all. So it bugs me.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, every day that you go to Burger King, you getting a Whopper, nigga.
Yeah.
You getting a Whopper.
I didn't know we could say that word, so
I should not have.
Oh.
But I'm hot.
Oh.
I should not have said it, but I'm hot. If you want a freaking steak, go to Longhorn.
Or ribeyes.
If you go to McDonald's, you are getting a Big Mac.
And that ain't real meat. Them ain't never plug in.
So guess what? So now let's talk more.
That man, real quick, man, that man has paved the road for all of us, man. Whether you ain't got to admit it, man, but that man done paved the road, man.
If I get every one of my friends on this podcast, Samo included, they will tell you that we record, we produce, we do all we do because Ray said, here you go. Here's the studio.
And he gave opportunity.
Here's a session. You want to do this? You want to play this? This is how I do this. Y'all want to use the studio for free? Here you go. Listen to me.
And he created a bunch of monsters.
Listen. His lineage is ridiculous. And I don't care what none of y'all say. Y'all out of pocket. Every single one of us that talk that noise is out of pocket because he is the reason why we have careers. I said it. I mean it, and it's the truth.
I'm going to punch you in the face. You say something
It's the truth. I am the producer I am today because I watched him day in and day out grind on Sonar. Every single day, wee hours of the morning. I see him help people who can't afford to really get records done. I've seen him give us opportunities. He's done it over and over. I've seen him partner with people and they get records produced. I've seen people have names that they would have never had if he did not put them on. So, if you don't like the way he does something, cool.
Don't call him.
But that does not take away from what he does for you,
No.
yo. When somebody does something for you, if there's ever a place where you feel like you've grown to a new place, that is not the time to discredit where you came from. You acknowledge it, you respect it, you honor it, you scream it to the top of your lungs, and you go about your life excelling. You go about your life excelling.
Here's the thing that I have an issue with. And I had to deal with it with a friend that I just lost.
Mm-hmm.
Keith Wonderboy Johnson.
Shout out to Keith. What up, y'all? I'm ROJAY, and I want to say first, thank y'all for the support, thank y'all for the love, and thank y'all for watching and listening to this podcast. We really don't take it for granted. Hey, if y'all want to continue to support us by spending y'all money, I got a way for y'all to do that. Y'all go to rojayxshaw.com and pick up that Make It Happen hoodie today. Life be crazy, but we still got to do what? Make it happen. Gang.
Now, I know certain people had issues with Keith. Some people called it beefing. Some people called it disagreeing. And you talk so much junk.
Ooh.
about Keith. And I'm saying that because it's the same thing that happens with Braswell and all of us, really. But soon as something happens and you start getting, man, you hear about Keith, you hear about such.
It's too late. It's too late then.
Now it's, oh, that's my bro. I missed him, you know, we did this and I just talked on the phone. And I don't even want no remarks at my funeral.
Yo, that's because that is so far out of pocket.
Because at the end trying to reach, you're reaching.
Yes, because what should have happened is, hey, I really didn't like that you did this. I really didn't like that you made that move. So then, if a person is no longer with us, you had that conversation. So now, as a man, this is good. Now, as a man, I'm coming to the point now where I'm like, if I feel like somebody did me wrong and I love them, I'm talking to them. And here's the thing. If I talk to them and the situation can't be resolved, listen to me. As much as me and Chris has been through, let me make sure I'm telling the truth before I say this. Yes, I'm 100% correct. Out of all the stuff that Chris has ever been through, me and Chris have ever been through, Tank is the only person that knows some of it, and that's because Tank was a part of it. Tank only knows the stuff that he was a part of. What am I saying? My issues with Chris is not our other friends' business. It's not. It's not. It's not. I don't have an issue with Chris. Hang up with Chris and call Tank and say, man, guess what this joker just did?
Or go on these little blue apps and these little apps, that social media apps. And start. Now, one thing about it now, if I'm going to have something to say about you, if I can't tag you because you done blocked me, and you ain't answer my phone call, I'm going to reach out to somebody to get in touch with you. But it's not to make a fight.
It's not
it's
about
to make it right.
It's to make it right. And I don't.
Y'all losing a lot of friends, man, because y'all ain't making it right. Y'all don't make it right, man. When your friends be gone, you sitting at a funeral and you haven't made
so
it
much
right.
guilt, so much remorse, so much regret.
Yeah, that's my boy. That's my girl. I couldn't.
No.
He want your girl and your boy 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, because you could have just called. And I think as a music community, we should do better.
We got to do better. It ain't no shit. We want to be a change. You want to make a change? We making the change now.
Absolutely. This is one of the biggest conversations that I've shied away from. This exact conversation that we're having is the process of me becoming the man I am today. And I used to be afraid to have this conversation because of how I thought people may feel. But like Chris said earlier, I don't care. Let me tell you why I don't care. I don't care because I care about integrity more. I care about peace more. I care about reconciliation more. I care about love more. I care about empathy more. I care about passion more. So drama, gossip, bashing, downplaying, discrediting, I don't give that energy. I don't give that energy because that does not grow us. It doesn't grow us. It just makes us look weird when we're seen kikiing with each other after people know what really be being said. It is better for us to be black or white.
That's how y'all get called fake.
Exactly. And then we are offended when we are called fake.
Oh, what you call me fake? Oh, so you want to? So the way I do it, hey, let me holler at you. Hey, come on, you ain't just call him fake last week.
Facts. And you are not a snitch for doing that.
No.
That's the thing.
It's just because I'm just trying to make it right.
Let's make it right.
So, and I'm telling y'all, if y'all call yourselves my
oh, you're getting snitched on. You sure are.
You're
listen.
Nip it in the bud.
If you are friends with me and you call talking sideways, you are getting snitched on. I'm going to tell you right now. I got to the point now, Chris. The people that know me know. But if you don't know me and you call me and people start talking weird, I draw up so fast and the conversation get real still and quiet. And then I just.
Or it ends.
Yeah. I find a
I
way.
don't be having the
I
time.
find a way to be like, because at the end of the day, I'm like, if we were to all make a list of things that could be better, that we think a person should do better, that we don't like, that we think people should change, we would all have a list for each other.
So before we close, before you open your mouth and you say something about a person, before you, whatever you about to say about that person, ask yourself, can I say that about myself?
Oh,
Then if you can, then so be it. Whatever the consequences is after you do that, whether it's God interrupting your blessings or you just getting a swole up lip, it don't even matter. You just got to deal with it.
you got to deal with it. You have to deal with it because you have made that bed.
There's been a lot of friendships broken because of that.
Man.
And that's why I sit here today and I say I don't really have friends.
Yeah. I either have family or nothing. That's where I am. You are either family or nothing. Because at the end of the day, like, pretending that we are friends to use each other's name and influence to get ahead professionally when we really are envious of each other has to stop.
You're not gonna get no further than what you think you're gonna get. It's no way. You sitting there trying to be cool with somebody because you think you're gonna get an opportunity to do this and do that. You're not gonna get there. Now, if it's genuine, and I say, hey, man, come play on the road with me, man, and I give you that opportunity, it's up to you how you handle it, But you not gonna have the opportunity to say, well, man, I was cool with him, man, because I knew he can get me this position. I'm not even gonna give you that opportunity.
And most people they don't say it,
they think it.
but that's what they be on.
They think it.
I'm really envious of Chris, but at the same time, I know Chris can put me on. So I'm going to pretend like he my boy. And then I'm going to talk trash about what I don't like to other people.
Y'all know when I realized that? When I was in Florida.
Oh.
And I was away from all the foolishness.
Yeah.
And I had this company called Allen Eden Guitars.
Shout out Allen Eden.
That did a signature bass. I was endorsed with them. They did a signature bass with my name attached to it. And my homeboy Bamps told me he was
shout out Bamps. I'm going to shout out everybody because these are homies
like,
for real.
He was like, bro, do you realize like you're the only cat in quartet that ever had anything signature as far as an instrument? And it didn't dawn on me until he said it. And I was like, nah, I didn't. To him, that was big. You know what I mean? And me having a signature bass was big when it first happened. But it kind of deteriorated my spirit because I had homeboys like, man, your bass dope, man. Man, your bass dope, man. Man, how can I get on with the company? And when the company didn't accept them, man, Chris bass, man, so man, that joint was trash.
So did they really feel like your bass was dope, or they were saying that so you could put them on?
They were saying it so they could get put on. They can have an opportunity. Because a lot of y'all are not friends. Y'all just opportunists.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah. That's the truth.
A lot of y'all are not friends. Y'all are opportunists. I hate that that's true.
I don't, because it's just real.
It is true. It is better for you to find your tribe, find your squad, grow and build with them, and do it from a place of love. Because
now you want to work together, that's cool. But you gotta do it with some respect, man.
Yeah, man.
You can't get no respect out here if you ain't giving no respect.
You have to. You can't hate on everybody that does something a different way than you, but then want to use those same people to get ahead because of their influence. You can't. Yeah. I'm 31. I've been doing this since I was 12 years old, and I've seen it the whole entire time. You know this man can put all of us in a different space. If you got a different style of production than this man, if he can put you on and you can introduce your style, do that. But don't crap on him, because it's his style and his sound and his influence that's opening all these doors, bro.
Yep.
So respect that, yo, and talk right about it. Because we wouldn't be on if it weren't for that sound. So, like, yeah, we closing now because it's crazy, but
I think we're going to have to do another episode.
we're going to have to do another episode.
We might have to chop this board for some episodes.
Yeah, because this is
some
crazy.
Some good talk today.
But it's necessary because, like, me and Chris talked about it on his live. We have personally taken on the responsibility of being the first people, or not the first, because we can't speak for other people, but we want to make sure that we are being seen doing our part to change the narrative. If me and Chris can grow to this place, we ain't telling y'all all our business, but trust what we saying. Every single scenario that we have mentioned today has came between us. So we not just talking.
It's from experience.
It's from experience. And we have both learned that neither one of our net worths have changed or financial status.
Nope. The same. Y'all really don't realize y'all out here talking about one another and it ain't making you no better. Y'all just dumb. You just dumb. That's what your mama would say.
That's why
you just dumb.
That's stupid. That's why I'm laughing.
You
That's
dumb.
my mama would call us dumb right now.
Y'all
just
dumb.
dumb.
Dumb for no reason.
Yes, what are you doing?
Doing all that then you gonna be dumb.
That is sharing.
Doing all that ain't gonna be dumb for no reason.
But it's true, y'all. We have to, and when we say dumb, we don't mean it in a negative sense. Let me explain what it means. It means that you are not choosing
the decisions you make.
Yes, you have to choose to be mindful of the reality of all situations.
Open.
And deal with the truth of the situations. We all have opinions. Like right now, Chris don't like everything that I do. I don't like everything that he does. He mixes a certain way. He may look at my session and he may see something, oh, I'm still in that. Or he may see something and be like, why in the world he doing it like that?
I'm definitely stealing any claps or snaps I see. I'm just going to tell you. Any claps or snaps, you got to send them to me.
So at the end of the day, we still respect each other. Because I'm working, he's working. I'm eating, he's eating. My family good, his family good. If there's knowledge we can share with each other, we share it. If there's things we disagree on because we ain't on the same path. My car don't drive the way his car drive. We don't got the same car. My road ain't his road. It ain't the same road. My speed limit ain't his speed limit.
But our level of getting upset with one another has changed.
It has changed drastically.
It ain't we going days and going months and weeks
we don't
without.
Do that.
We can't do it no more because, we matured.
Yes.
We've got older. We've got grown.
And you start to realize, like, don't none of that stuff matter.
Yeah. And if my stuff ain't sweet, he'll tell me that my stuff ain't sweet. And if his stuff ain't sweet, I be like, man, change them hi-hats, please.
Yes, but it's in love from a pure place. Yeah. And you ain't about to catch me. Like, I've so graduated from, like, I'm going to say it one more time before we close. Having a conversation with a person about another person is out of pocket. I don't care how you cut it, it's gossip. Yeah. If you have a true, genuine concern for your brother or your sister, and it is from a real, genuine place, you will not have a problem calling them directly.
Yeah, that's true.
If it is real, if it is a genuine, honest concern, you will not have a problem calling them. If you have the energy where you would rather call somebody else, is something funky behind that.
Take it from experience. Before it's too late, and you're looking at this podcast now, when we end or you finish looking at this, before it's too late, if you have a dislike or something between you and a loved one, find a way to communicate with them and let them know that you apologize and what can we do to make this right.
Yes.
Because life nowadays is
it don't
not
matter.
life.
It don't matter how old you are. It don't matter.
It's not like it used to be.
It can be that you were sick. It could be that you had an accident. You could be chilling. I could be chilling right now driving the speed limit, everything, and just get smacked. And my car could just flip over and I'm gone.
OG told me not too long ago. He was like, man, you know what? He's like, life ain't like it used to be. And I'm like, what you talking about? He was like, the old folks used to say back in the day, you're a little old to see it. You're a little old to see that one day, the experience. And now that's not the case.
Mm-mm.
So a lot of people, there's no age limit to death.
Yeah, no.
There's no age limit to death, man. So be mindful. Be mindful, man. Stay prayed up.
Yeah.
If you got a life, any kind of religious life with God, stay prayed up.
Yeah.
And do the best that you can do to be yourself.
Yes.
And after that, nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. It's you, it's God, you, and whatever else after you. That's how it's supposed to be. And if you do that, I promise you, a lot of y'all that's stressing, that's having health issues because of stressing, and I'm talking to myself too, that a lot of that stress will kind of relieve itself of your life. And it'll start to make you healthy. And it'll start to make things better for you. Because we sometimes stress over the simplest things.
And we make it
Sometimes
so big. Like something so small, we end up making it so big, man.
And it's not even that. It ain't even that serious. So I'm saying all that to you guys because I want to see everybody successful. And I'm tired of seeing the cockiness. And I want to see more confidence. And I think we should get some shirts. Cocky versus confident.
Yeah.
Which one are you?
Which one? He gonna ask the question. Hey, Chris is gangster. Which one are you?
Which one are you?
And at the end of the day, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it again, and then we'll close. Cockiness is an extreme. I don't even know how to say it this time. It is thinking more highly of yourself than you are. That's what cockiness is. Cockiness is thinking more highly of yourself than you are. Confidence is, I believe and reverence and honor and respect the God who gave me the gift. I know he will not put me in no situation that I can't handle. I know he won't give me no opportunity that I won't dominate. So I walk in sure because I know who got my back. And when you know that God is there leading you and guiding you and showing you the way, when you know he's the reason why you're able to play and sing and produce and do your thing, you walk in and you have a level of confidence that doesn't envy anybody else because I'm not Chris. God gave Chris a thing. He gave me a thing. So me and Chris can both walk in the room and both dominate and not intimidate each other at all because both of us are just vessels for real. We're being used by God to serve a purpose.
Put me in D. Use me, Lord. Give me a little bit. Use me, Lord.
Exactly. And that should be our prayer. We should go to God and say, you know what? Use me for whatever you have me for. I want to be a vessel that is used by you. I want people to see your glory. I want people to see you. I want people to be influenced by me to get closer to you. I want people to be inspired to not be me, but know the one who uses me. I want people to say, bro, you different. Where does that come from? That don't come from me watching YouTube videos about logic. That comes from me praying and asking God to use me. God, I want to be me. Who am I? Who have you called me to be? And when you get to that place, you really don't have the energy to speak about nobody else because you ain't thinking about nobody else.
All the time.
If God lays it on your heart where you should be concerned about somebody else, it'll be done with integrity because it's from God.
He's going to start placing things in your path that's going to start taking up your time. That way, there is no room for foolishness.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? And That's a prayer that y'all should pray.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's a prayer that I pray.
Yeah.
I talk to God all the time about him just, I want to make sure that I'm authentic. I want to make sure that I'm genuine. And I want to make sure that I'm doing everything that I can to serve.
With that being said, God, we come before you humble as we know how. God, we want to say thank you for everything that you have done in our life. God, thank you for everything that you are going to do in our life. And even the things that we have done wrong, God, we ask you right now to forgive us for any wrong that we have done, God, whether it has been us talking about one another, whether it has been us downing one another. God, we ask you to remove that and replace it with nothing but us praising one another, God. Ask you to bless this music community, God. Bless the different genres that are attached to our music community, God. Bless the kids that are coming up, God, that's wanting to do this, what they see us doing, God. Bless Jamal and his wife and his household, God, and his whole team. Let them to continue to do the things that they have been doing, God. Let them to continue to reach out to all of us. Because, God, what some of us don't realize is what they're doing every day, every night. Sometimes they don't even get paid for this, God. But let them know, God, that you are going to bless them and more than what they're even expecting it's going to be. Ask you to continue to just allow their music, allow their ministry. We don't see it, God. Sometimes they don't see it. But let them know, God, that what they're doing is not in vain, and that what you're instilling in them is blessing all of us. Continue doing your good works, God. Continue allowing us to produce this music, God. It's one of the prayers that we pray in your name. Amen.
Amen.
I'm Chris Stephenson. If y'all want to follow me on Instagram, it's Chris Stephenson Music.
Yeah.
If y'all hear anything about New Bass Production,
hey,
that's me. You know what I mean? I'm blessed to be able to sit here beside my brother. This has been a wonderful 4 hours
podcast.
This is my first podcast that I ever done.
Gang!
I feel like I am on XM radio. Maybe one day I can be up there with Kevin Hart. Shout out to Kevin Hart.
Yeah, that's real.
And Jamal,
Yes, sir.
I want you to know that what you're doing is nothing that's not being reached.
Yes, sir.
It's not all about the views
Yes, sir.
that you get.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Sometimes I have been on Facebook and I didn't have but 3 viewers. But when I finish, I either got a phone call to do more work. I got a phone call to do some writing. I got a phone call to play bass, to mix, to come gig. Or to just say, hey, man, your live today just really changed my life. And it just really done a lot to me.
Yeah.
And sometimes we don't know that we touch people like that.
Yeah.
I have some people that say, hey, man, I be checking your lives. I just don't never click into them to come up there where you see my name up there.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people that pays attention.
Yeah.
Social media is not all bad.
Yeah.
A lot of people take social media and say, oh, it's just horrible. It is not just horrible.
Yeah.
It is
It's how we use it that makes it horrible.
We use it. So I'm telling you and your team to continue doing that.
Yes, sir.
Please.
Yes, sir.
Anything with the last breath of my body, if you don't hear anything I tell you, continue doing that.
Yes, sir.
Because this is changing lives.
Yes, sir.
And it's going to be on a bigger scale than this little room.
Yes, sir.
I see a stage.
Yes, sir.
I see your own building.
Yes, sir.
I see everything happening more than just being in this little room.
Yes, sir.
I see a platform. I see cameras, not iPhones, cameras. I see lights. And this is going to be stuff that you ain't even going to have to worry about coming out your pocket for. This is stuff that God's going to bless you and your team with. You have been doing this for a long time. I am no prophet, but I know what's up. You've been doing this for a long time, and your work is not in vain. Everybody has heard your music. Everybody enjoys your music, and if they don't, it's okay. Everybody not gonna like what you're doing, and I had to realize that.
Yeah.
And this right here in this little room, there's no telling what platform that somebody may buy into your situation.
Yes, sir.
And move you out of this situation into a bigger situation. It's gonna happen. It's just all amount of when it's gonna happen.
Yes, sir.
Keep pushing.
My brother, I love you, man.
Love you too.
All right, we love y'all. Peace.